Welcome back to our channel, friends. Today we are going to take up Ulysses by the most prolific and well-regarded poet of the Victorian age, Alfred Lord Tennyson. Friends, you can take Ulysses as a personification of endless vigor and incredible courage. So guys, if you are feeling hopeless and discontent with your dreams and life, this poem is exactly for you. Friends, I have explained the first half of this poem in my last lecture. You can find the link of my previous lecture upside on your screen right now, and I have also mentioned it in the description given below. Now look at these lines, friends. You can feel a kind of positivity and motivation is spilling out of this poem. As though to breathe were life, life piled on life. For all too little and of one to me, little remains, but every hour is saved from that eternal silence, something more, a bringer of new things. And while it were for some 3 suns to store and hoard myself, and this grey spirit yearning in desire, to follow knowledge like a sinking star, beyond the utmost bound of human thought. Friends, here Ulysses says that one life as a human is not enough to him to achieve his countless desires and ambitions. In fact, the desires and ambitions that he cultivates in his heart cannot be gratified in even a set of lives. Now see how positive outlook he is having towards his life, like he knows that his death is at hand, yet he is not ready to accept the final phase of his life as some dull remaining hours. He still finds opportunities in these hours, and whatever time is left, he wants to make that useful and wants to look at every new moment as a bringer of new opportunity. Friends, eternal silence refers to death, okay? And grey spirit refers to Ulysses himself. Grey spirit for his grey hair. It simply implies Ulysses in his old age. 3 suns denotes 3 years. So friends, here Ulysses is regretting over his 3 years of inactivity in which he wasted his life as an animal, like in stuffing him and collecting material things. But Ulysses is still feeling a burning desire to explore the world, unlike any human being has yet done. This is what he means by beyond the utmost bound of human thoughts. Sinking star is a simile to compare Ulysses to a drowning star. So Ulysses is sinking means he's getting old and going closer to death. Look at the next stanza, friends. It reflects the resolution and the strong will of Ulysses to achieve his goals. This is my son, mine own Telemachus, to whom I leave the sceptre and the isle, well loved of me, discerning to fulfill this labour by slow prudence to make mild a rugged people, and through soft degrees subdue them to the useful and the good. Most blameless is he, centered in the sphere of common duties, descent not to fail in offices of tenderness and pay meet adoration to my household gods. When I am gone, he works his work, I mine. Prince Ulysses is introducing his son Telemachus here, and he is also trying to prove his credibility as a wise king. Sceptre refers to a ceremonial staff which simply suggests the charge of kingdom, right? So Ulysses is saying that Telemachus is a right choice to hold the kingdom of Ithaca while he departs for his adventures. Telemachus is good in many ways, like he can manage things with patience. Slow prudence denotes patient mind, and with his delicate outlook, he can well tackle the rugged, means the uncultured people of Ithaca. Ulysses further speaks about the qualifications of Telemachus, saying that he has not been blamed of corruption and injustice of any kind. He is brilliant enough to perform duties as a king and also as a friend and as a relative of someone. That's what he means by offices of tenderness, okay? His son also respects tradition and values of his family as he keeps a sincere respect for the gods and the deities. This is how Ulysses has proven his son's qualifications for being a desirable king, and with this conclusion, he says that he does his work as a king nicely, and I do my job as an adventurer perfectly. So now Ulysses wants to pass his responsibility to his son and makes his mind to break all the familial and social chains and sets out for his destination. The final stanza exposes Ulysses as a man with exceptional whim and vigor. Look at the stanza. There lies the port, the vessel puffs her sail, there gloom the dark, broad seas, my mariners, souls that have toiled and wrought and thought with me, that ever with a frolic welcome took the thunder and the sunshine, and opposed, free hearts, free foreheads, you and I are old. Old age hath yet his honour and his toil. Death closes all, but something at the end, some work of noble note may yet be done, not unbecoming men that strove with gods. So friends, Ulysses has made his mind to leave his kingdom and achieve what his heart desires. Now pointing towards his ship, he says that his ship is there at the port and it's ready to start its voyage. We know it when Tennyson says, the vessel puffs her sail. Friends, it's a human who can puff like weeds or cigarette. So it's apparent that poet has attributed this human quality to a ship. So we can say that he has personified the ship. Addressing ship with her also shows personification of the ship. So it means that the fumes of the ship are visible to Ulysses, but he can also see the darkling ocean there. Now Ulysses describes him as a true adventurer. He praises the crew members as his true companions. So Ulysses has not only left his kingdom behind, but also his pride there. He is not a king when he is on his voyage. He is just an explorer or just a seeker of knowledge. He tells the importance of his crew members by praising them as the sharers of every good and bad that comes to him. Thunder and sunshine refers to the favorable and unfavorable circumstances. He is mentioning them as free hearts and free foreheads. So free refers to their dominating individual self that discards every chain that bounds them with relations and society. So like him, his friends are also free spirits. They all are his age, but still like him, they cannot surrender to their old age. Ulysses cannot accept old age as a useless and unproductive period of life. He recognizes the grace of this age as this age invites honor from people. He knows that death closes all chances. Yet still, there is some time left to find out ways to grab the maximum opportunities. So this is how Ulysses can glitter the remaining hours of his life by doing something great for humanity. Because it's unfair if a warrior like him, who dared to challenge gods, surrenders to time. Friends, here is another reference to the Trojan War. Men strove with gods refers to all Trojan heroes, including Ulysses, who fought against gods. Friends, Greeks believe that their gods descended on the earth and took part in this battle. I'm reading the final phase of this poem, friends. You can see how Tennyson ends up this poem with a positive note. The lights begin to twinkle from the rocks. The long day wanes, the slow moon climbs, the deep mourns round with many voices. Come, my friends, it's not too late to seek a newer world. Push off, and sitting well in order's might, the sounding furrows for my purpose holds to sail beyond the sunset and the baths of all the western stars until I die. It may be that the gulfs will wash us down. It may be we shall touch the happy isles and see the great Achilles whom we knew. Though much is taken, much abides, and though we are not now that strength which in old days moved earth and heaven, that which we are, one equal temper of heroic hearts, made weak by time and fate, but strong in will, to strive, to seek, to find, and not to yield. Friends, see how beautifully our poet has narrated the evening view from a seashore here. Here Ulysses is talking about some lights twinkling from the rocks. This phrase directly refers to the starry light. So friends, here Ulysses is talking about the approaching night, okay? Like he can see the twinkling stars, the rising moon, and the morning sounds of beetles and the night birds. Waning day denotes the end of the day. Now Ulysses is blowing positive air to prepare his friends for adventures by saying that they are not too late to explore new corners of the world. He orders them to take their positions and strike well with their oars, which will make perfect furrows. Furrows are the marks made in the water by the running ships. So he orders them to take their positions and set out with courageous hearts because he wants to sail beyond the horizon. That's what he means by sailing beyond the sunset. Friends, the ancient Greeks believed that an ocean surrounds the earth and the stars descend to this ocean while the day breaks. So it's a myth, and here Ulysses wants to overlap every boundary visible to him, including the horizon wherein the sun sets and the stars descend. And Ulysses wants to continue his adventures until he dies. So possibilities are many. It is also possible that he will end up by drowning into the deep ocean. Nevertheless, Ulysses looks at death with a positive outlook and hopes to reach the happy isles. Friends, happy isle refers to the heaven, wherein Ulysses expects to meet his friend Achilles, another great warrior who was killed in the Trojan War. Now Ulysses says that the old age has taken away many things, yet our willpower still remains as strong as ever. No doubt, our capacity to move earth and heaven has been ruined by the fatal play of fate and time, yet it cannot ruin our courage to struggle against our circumstances and to explore the unlimited without yielding or without submitting to the challenges of our lives. Friends, the final line is one of the frequently quoted lines by Tennyson. It sums up the poem with an enthusiastic note and inspires readers to reinforce their aims and motives. Now this brings me to end today's lecture, friends. You can comment below if you have any doubt regarding this lecture, and we welcome your suggestions for our further videos. So thank you everyone. If you find this lecture helpful, hit the like button below and do subscribe to our channel.